Let's look about Europe increased populations. Following a decline in population during the years 2020 and 2021 as a result of the far-reaching effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, the European Union experienced a population increase in 2022. Data provided by the European Office for Statistics, Eurostat, revealed that the population rose from 446.7 million individuals on January 1, 2022, to 448.4 million people on January 1, 2023, SchengenVisaInfo.com reports. According to the same source, the observed growth in population can be largely attributed to the increased migration movements post-COVID-19 and the significant influx of displaced individuals from Ukraine, who were granted temporary protection status in EU countries due to the Russian invasion in February 2022. Further figures from Eurostat show that for a long time, the population of the EU has seen an increase from 354.5 million in 1960 to 448.4 million on January 1 of this year, thus marking a growth of 93.9 million people. On the other hand, in recent decades, the population growth rate has slowed down gradually. As the Eurostat explains, the EU's population grew by an average of about 0.8 million people per year during the period from 2005 to 2022, compared to an average increase of about 3.0 million persons per year during the 1960s. While the EU population shortly declined in 2020 by around 500,000 persons and in 2021 by almost 0.3 million persons due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it has started to regain its growth as the new figures show, the report reads. Based on previous Eurostat population forecasts, the EU's population is expected to decrease by 6% by 2100, accounting for 27.3 million fewer people. In addition, in the last 3 years, the population of the EU has experienced two significant differences, including the decline of the people during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 and 2021 and dealing with the massive influx of refugees from Ukraine to the EU. However, the population is estimated to have reached 451 million people by this year, showing the influence of people coming from Ukraine after the Russian army. Eurostat also said the EU's population would reach 453 million in 2026 before falling to 420 million in 2100. Older age groups, such as those aged 65 to 79, will also grow by 2%, from 15% of the entire population in 2022 to 14% in 2100. The European Office for Statistics, Eurostat, has revealed that on January 1 of last year, the average age of the EU population reached 44.4 years, which means 0.3 years more than in 2021. The same source also said the average age of the EU population has increased by 2.5 years from 41.9 years in 2012. At the same time, this data shows while half of the EU population was older than 44.4 years, the other half was younger, SchengenVisaInfo.com reports. Across the EU countries, the median age ranged from 38.3 years in Cyprus, 38.8 in Ireland, and 39.7 in Luxembourg to 48.0 years in Italy, 46.8 in Portugal, and 46.1 in Greece. In total, 18 EU countries were below the EU's median age, the report reads. According to Eurostat, during the period 2012 to 2022, this indicator increased in all EU members except for Sweden, where in 2021, it decreased from 40.8 years to 40.7 years last year. Between 2012 and 2022 in Malta, there was no change in the average age, so it remained at 40.4 years. On the other hand, in 5 EU countries, the average age of the population rose by 4 years or more. In Portugal, the average age increased the most among EU countries with plus 4.7 years, followed by Spain with plus 4.3, Greece and Slovakia with plus 4.1 each, and Italy with plus 4.0. Eurostat data also reveals that between 2021 and 2022, the median age grew in 24 EU countries, while it decreased in Germany by minus 0.1 years and remained the same in Austria and the Netherlands. During the same period, the most significant increase in the average age was observed in Greece, with plus 0.6 years, and the Czech Republic, with plus 0.5. Last year there was an increase in the number of elderly people aged 65 and over compared to the number of people of working age 15 to 64. In 2022, the elderly dependency ratio in the EU was 33%, 0.5 percentage points, pp. higher than in 2021. Since 2012, when this indicator was 27.1%, it has increased by 5.9 pp. Moreover, the indicator varied between EU members but remained above 20% across the board. In this regard, the highest ratios were recorded in Italy at 37.5%, Finland at 37.4%, and Portugal at 37.2%, while the lowest was in Luxembourg at 21.3%, Ireland at 23.1%, and Cyprus at 24.5%. In addition, compared to a decade ago, the largest increases in reports were in the following countries: Finland, plus 9.7 pp. Poland, plus 9.6 pp. Czech Republic, plus 9.2 pp. Meanwhile, the lowest rates were recorded in Luxembourg with plus 1.0 pp, Austria with plus 3.1 pp, and Germany with plus 3.3 pp. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel for more updated news from Europe.